Hey everyone, Paul Clark with Taking Stock Investing, and there was an article in the Wall Street Journal yesterday on November 25th. So I'm filming this on Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to anybody watching this today, or if you just want to be thankful in the future, happy Thanksgiving to you as well. But this article is talking about how millennials are not really experiencing all of the benefits of investing in the stock market, even though the stock market has just reached an all-time high, with the Dow actually crossing 30,000. And it's just a reminder for me that this is exactly why I wanted to create this channel. I wanted to create this channel because I want to have more people become comfortable investing. There's people out there who are afraid that they're going to lose all their savings. They're afraid that they don't know how to do it, or maybe they just weren't raised around somebody who kind of encouraged them or let them know that investing was a potential thing to do. So I feel like seeing these numbers, seeing that so many people are missing out, from the increase in stocks. Again, that's the purpose about why I'm doing this. So I just wanted to give a quick overview of this article, kind of what it was talking about, with the backdrop of saying that's why I've created this channel. So what I thought was kind of interesting here is we take a look at this, and it says that about half of millennials are actually invested in the stock market. And I was a little surprised about this. I thought it would have been a little lower than that, but the interesting part there is it's saying that even though you have half of millennials invested, and that's actually about the same as what the previous generation had, but the previous generation, for the half that were invested, they had a lot more invested. So it's saying that millennials today that are investing about a third or lower than what their counterparts at the same age were doing. And this is, of course, according to the St. Louis Fed. And we come down here, we look at some of these graphics too. I think that this is another one that, again, if I have literally, even if I can help one person help to kind of flatten these or make these a little bit more evenly distributed, I would be really, really happy with that. I mean, any progress we can make, but looking at this and saying like how underrepresented Black and Hispanics are in the stock market, I would love to see more participation there. And by the way, what's so great about investing is that, like, the more participation, like if we were able to get more races involved in the stock market, it would actually lead, to the most part, to higher stock prices because you would have more demand for stocks. So it'd really be better for everybody. But of course, it's like, again, you have people out there who were not taking advantage of the big surge in prices in the stock market, in the last, decade. And even by college, we can see that, or by education rather, that college is predominantly the education type that is participating in the market. And so, again, it's just, if there's lack of education about how to do this, that's the whole reason. I know I'm kind of just sounding like a broken record here, but I know that school doesn't do a good job of teaching you how to invest. Usually people who do go to college, maybe they have parents who are maybe in the market, or maybe they learn it that way. Because, for me, I didn't really learn anything about investing in college, even though I studied economics. So I graduated with a degree in economics, didn't really learn anything about personal finance. It was all kind of about long-winded, formulas and using calculus and all things that were completely not connected to the actual real world. Okay, so we take a look at that. But even some of these quotes here, you look like somebody says, hey, when the pandemic happened, I put my financial plan on hold, and I'm not looking to invest. I'm just trying to stay in my lane. And again, I can say from my own experience, I've made a lot of money from recognizing the panic as an opportunity back in March. I made a lot of money back then. I've made a lot of money just this year in total, and in fact, I've made more money in the stock market, with everything going on in 2020, than I have in any year prior to that. And I think that kind of just really kind of shows you that, hey, when there's opportunities where you can buy things at cheaper prices, that's not the time to pull out. That's not the time to give up and panic and all those kinds of things. That's the time to really double down if you can. And I also understand. I mean, I understand that not everybody can do that in this current environment, insofar as, yes, if you lose your job, it's different. Yes, if you don't have a certain amount of savings, it's different. But by the way, it's like, there was potentially years before this, the events of 2020 happened, where maybe you had that opportunity to maybe cut back on getting coffee outside of your home, or maybe you could have actually got a car you could have afforded. Maybe you could have been making some of those trade-offs along the way to be able to have the money to take advantage of situations like this. And I understand we can't go back in time, but we can certainly look forward, and there will be another crash. We never know what it's going to necessarily be. I don't think anybody really, in 2019 would have been able to see this coming in the magnitude that it was. But there will be another event. If it's in the next couple of years, in the next decade, there will be another event that is going to completely rock the financial markets. It probably will be for, unseen. And another key point about that too is that, like, even if it's unforeseen, at the, really the height of the crisis, everybody's going to tell you that the world's falling apart, that it's never going to be the same again. Sell everything. It's going to look really, really dark and really, really bleak. And it's just really important to remember that it's always been bleak. I mean, back in, the the crisis in 2008, with that situation going on, you had people, at the height of that crisis, they said, "Hey, we're never going to recover. There's a Great Depression ahead." You heard that so much. There's a Great Depression ahead, and what happened? You had 10 years of incredible prosperity, and then again, even when you had your next huge crash, which was earlier in 2020, we've already fully recovered from those losses, or at least from the index perspective. I know certain stocks are still lagging behind, but again, I think there's just so much that can be said there that please put yourself in a position where you're prepared for the next crash. So again, I just wanted to give a quick take on this. Just seeing this article again, guys, that's the whole reason I have this channel. I want to just, if you're not currently investing, I want to help you kind of take that plunge, get started by learning how to do it, not telling you what to do, teaching you how to do it so you can make your own decisions with these things. But that's what this is all about. So if that interests you, I would certainly love it if you could subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. I certainly are going to be putting more videos out that are going to be educational, more videos that are going to be covering stock analysis and things of that nature. So looking forward to seeing you in the next video. And again, happy Thanksgiving from anybody watching this today.